Okay.
Hello, this is Robert here from Lounge Audio. Just want to let you know what's been going on with LCR Gold. I developed LCR Gold to be a high accuracy phonopreamp. We don't have any metalwork or any unit to show you right now, but we do have a logo here printed on a piece of paper. Once we get the unit from the metal shop, this will be on the front panel, printed in nice pretty gold with the front panel controls and the headphone jack.
And it will be ready in 3 days.
And it will be ready in 3 days. So let's go over what happened with listening to a couple of LPs. So this is something you find at thrift stores. I actually ordered this on Discogs and paid $5 for it. It should have cost $1. But anyway, this is the Byrds' greatest hits. A lot of these greatest hits albums from the 70s and the 60s were hastily put together, and they used what sound like third, maybe even fourth generation tapes. There's not much interest paid in any fidelity concerns. By the time these were made, the bands such as the Byrds at this time already had sold plenty of albums. Nobody's trying to get any more radio airplay than they have already. They're just trying to give you a synopsis of the career of the band and get some more sales before the band supposedly fades into obscurity and is never heard from again. So anyway, when I first put this on a regular system, it sounded like an AM radio. When I played it on LCR Gold, it was stunning in that there was not that much fidelity, there's not that much high frequency content on it, but what was there was brought out by LCR Gold, and I got a very good stereo sound staging and very good depth and perception considering the way it sounded before. So now let's move on to Beatles' Rubber Soul.
Bobby, before you go on, can we tell them what cartridge you're using?
Yes, right now I was using a Shure M91 ED, a workhorse cartridge, nothing special, no special stylus on it whatsoever. So let's go on to Beatles' Rubber Soul. Beatles' Rubber Soul is a lauded and at the same time maligned album because of the stereo mix in it is what's called hard left and hard right. When you listen to this, you'll hear things like vocals and guitar will all be on the left channel, and drums and bass will be on the right channel. You hear things like that on this album. Some people think it's great and wonderful and groovy 60s stuff. Other people go, it's tough to listen to, and that's why a lot of times people like the mono mix of this better. Nonetheless, this album is kind of amazing to listen to, especially in headphones, because of the hard left and hard right panning. This particular pressing was done in the 70s. This is not one of the pressings from the 60s that was done through all tube equipment. So it has the incredible crutch of also being mastered through solid state equipment. So you don't have very much of the tube equipment richness in the mastering, yet you still have the hard left, hard right mix going on here. When I listened to this through LCR Gold, it was pretty stark and pretty in your face, but it was amazing to hear all the good things about it. Was you could hear vocals, you could hear even the smacking of lips on some of the vocals and things like that. You could hear punch-ins, and you could also hear some anomalies such as muted tracks that were not supposed to show up at the playback but had leaked through the console during the mixing and gotten onto the master tape, and you could hear those in some of the songs here. There's some leads here that come through, and you can almost hear what they are. They're there even though they're not supposed to be. And you can also hear some incredible frequency extension. There's a few songs in here that have low frequency information that don't make it to many other playback systems, but I could hear it plain as day in LCR Gold. So anyway, maybe we'll go on next time and talk about a little bit about the circuitry of LCR Gold.
But before we go, and I can't be in front of the camera because I'm holding the camera, the LCR Gold has volume control and a headphone jack to hook up your headphones, and We'll make another video to explain the circuitry upgrades.